here in New Hampshire that is particularly germane to New Hampshire. I have customers all over the country, and I say, well, last November we took over the House by a supermajority. We took over in the Senate by a supermajority. And we took over in the Executive Council by a supermajority. My customers go, great on the House, great on the Senate. What's an executive committee? And I always use this little story. Well, Governor John Do Nothing Lynch can measure the drapes in his office. But unless this council allows him by signing the contract to do so, he can't do anything. And it's my privilege to introduce someone who is no stranger to politics here in New Hampshire. He has grown up in the family of Governor and Mrs. John Sununu, brother to former U.S. Senator John E. Sununu. He is a member for a first-time freshman of the Executive Committee, a graduate of MIT, smart guy, an environmental engineer, and runs his own small business, Sununu Enterprises. And he lives in Salem with his wife and his son and daughter. And I love telling that story over and over again, and people finally get it. And I want to say thank you to ChrisSununu for helping to keep government smaller and less expensive here in New Hampshire. Folks, a round of applause for ChrisSununu. Thank you guys very much. That was a heck of an introduction. Couple things. The Executive Council is always this big enigma, and a lot of you have probably heard me speak before. I won't go through it in too much detail other than to say we approve the majority of the contracts in this state. We approve all of the governor's nominations of the state, whether they're commissioners or directors or board members. We're really like there's five of us, and we're really like a board of directors for the governor. You want to consider the governor the CEO? Well, we're the board of directors, and there's just not a whole lot he can do without us. This year, for the first time in a while, we have 5 Republicans. We're having a lot of fun, that's for sure. I'm proud to say, over the 2 years, we'll approve, over $1 billion of contracts in the state. It's a heck of a lot of reading, that's for sure. But I believe in this first 6 months, we've cut more out of the contracts that have come before us than any other council in the past 40 years. And we take a lot of pride in that. We're not letting any redundancy go through. We're not letting any of the nonsense with the commissioners go through. For those of you who don't know, all of our meetings are open to the public. The running thing, people tell me all the time, hey, I want to meet the Attorney General, or I want to meet the Commissioner of Environmental Services for X, Y, and Z reason. I said, well, don't bother calling them. That's the beauty of New Hampshire. Come to one of our open meetings, because they're all just sitting there, because they have to answer to us every other Wednesday morning in an open public meeting, and they bring their contract before us. We grill them to death. And that's really the fun of the job, actually. After doing all that reading for 2 weeks, you actually get to, it pays off when you get to hold them accountable. We've gotten a couple significant things done. In almost every state in this country, when we think of Obamacare comes down to the states in the form of contracts. You have to receive the Obamacare money. You have to approve going out and finding consultants to put your Obamacare exchanges together. Well, this is the only state where it doesn't fall on the governor. It falls on the council. And I'm happy to say that we've fought back the Obamacare stuff. The nonsense, frankly. We're one of the only states in the country that didn't go out and hire some consultant to go design our Obamacare exchange for us. We're looking at how to, if we're going to be forced to do it by the feds, how to do it efficiently, how to do it homegrown, and how to minimize its impacts, negative impacts upon the people. We're the first council to. This governor had a kind of an unwritten no pardon policy. We've gotten this governor to push through 2 pardons already. Why? Because it was the right thing to do. We approved judges, as a lot of you know, and we just went through our second judicial hearing recently. So look, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work. We're having a ball. The most important thing we do is our constituent services. If you need something, if something's going on in the executive branch, if something is, the only thing we really don't touch too much of is legislative issues. But by all means, we're happy to speak out on it. We don't vote on it. We don't sign the bills, but we're happy to go speak out on it. I know Nancy Stiles will always pick up the phone, so by all means give her a call. But if she's a little busy, by all means you call me. And that's the beauty of New Hampshire, is to have that one-on-one interaction at every level of government. I do want to take just a quick minute, my last minute here, and I want to reiterate something that Speaker O'Brien brought up. What has gone on, and I think it's something we take it for granted a little bit. What the House and the Senate did in this state in the past 6 months is beyond unprecedented. They fixed by far the biggest budget gap this state has ever had. Not even remotely close have we ever seen anything like this. And so when there are folks out there, and we've all heard it, boy, those guys, those guys up in Concord, I guess they're doing a great job, but they're cutting this service and they're cutting that service. Okay, we shouldn't be defensive about that. We need to be on the offensive about that. We need to be speaking very positively about that. Nobody likes taking services away. I had 1,700 constituents in my district that lost mental health services. That stinks. That's horrible. But you know what? We had to do it. The money wasn't there. Everyone had to take a piece out of this budget. And it stings and it hurts. I can tell you Speaker O'Brien doesn't like doing it. Senator Bragdon or Bradley or Nancy Stiles doesn't like doing it. But they did the toughest job of any legislature that this state has ever had to do. And they deserve nothing, not just our round of applause, but we need to be out there speaking on their behalf, promoting that message. Because if we don't keep this momentum up, if we don't keep the positive message of the incredible work that this House and legislature has done, 2012 is going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. Some people say, well, you're never going to get the same results you had in 2010. I don't believe that. I believe every race is winnable. But it's up to us to keep that message positive, to keep singing the praises of these guys, what they've done, the hard work they've done, the sacrifices they've made. And again, it's just up to each one of us. But it's a tough message, but we got to keep promoting it for the next year. And I hope we all do so. And again, they deserve nothing but our complete admiration. They really put themselves on the line. Like I said, nobody likes taking services away. But these guys got hundreds of millions of dollars out of little old New Hampshire's budget, and that's a real tough thing to do without raising a single tax. That's unbelievable. It's really unbelievable. And so that's the message we got to get out there and promote. My email and phone number, or my cell number, they're on my website. Shoot me a note. Let me know what's happening. Let me know what you think. Look, there's 5 Republicans on the council, but trust me, we don't always agree. We have some lively debate there. Various things come up at various times of the year. Our agendas are posted publicly, both at the town level and the library level, towns, libraries, all the different various public outlets within your communities. Have a copy of our agenda, what we're looking at, how we voted. So I encourage you, if something tickles your eye, give me a call, let me know what you think, and we'll work on it. So again, thanks for everyone for coming out. Terrific event, as always.